everyone, welcome to this swatch and review video. Maybelline has released 10 new nude shades in their Superstay Vinyl Ink lip line. So I have all 10 of those shades to swatch for you and show you if you're interested in figuring out if you want any of these colors for yourself. Thank you so much for subscribing to this channel. Please also go follow Allura Beauty on Instagram. If you missed the last video, that was for some fantastic late products or new products this last month or so. I will link that in the upper right-hand corner for you to check out if you have not seen it already. So these have been released fairly recently. You can purchase them on Amazon and also look at your local drugstore type retailer like Walmart, Target, CVS, etc. The specific price will vary depending on where you purchase them. I purchased mine for somewhere around $10 to $12, just depending on what shade. So these are not the original shades. If you want to also see the original shades that were previously released, I will link that in the upper hand corner for you to check out. This is a set of new nude shades. In terms of the description and claims by Maybelline, they say these deliver no budge, saturated vinyl color and up to 16-hour wear, that the formula should defy smudging and transferring. There should be an instant shine and all-day color. And so with these 10 new shades, the line in total has 20 shades. It is a vegan formula and you should make sure to shake the product before you apply. Just like with the original line, there is plastic packaging and each tube has a different color to reflect the shade that you should be getting inside. They twist out like this. Each one has a slanted doe-footed applicator. And this first shade is number 95, Captivated. Oh, and in each tube, you'll get 4.2 milliliters or 0.14 fluid ounces of product. And this shade is a medium, sort of pinky peachy, quote unquote, nude shade. Next up is shade 100, Charmed. And this is a much more pink toned medium nude color. Next up is 105, Golden. And this is a much more peach based medium nude. .110 is Awestruck, and this is a mauve pink color. Next up is 115, Peppy. And this is a deeper mauve toned rose shade, I would say, and it's a little less dusty than the previous color. This is 120, Punchy. And this one is, I would say, medium to deep nude color also. Has a little more of a brown tone to it. Next up is 125, Keen. And this is a lighter and brighter shade. Has sort of an apricot-y, orangey tone to it. Next is 130, Extra. And this is a brick toned medium nude shade. This is 135 Fearless. And this is a deep brown. It's like a chocolate brown color. And last up is 140 Charged. Even deeper, more like a cocoa chocolate. This is more of like a milk chocolate shade with a little more yellow in it. And this last one is a deeper, more hot chocolate shade. Okay, so here are the swatches initially. You can see the ones that are more recently swatched have a more shiny and wet finish to them, whereas the ones in the beginning have started to dry down. But I will tell you that I've been doing these swatches over the period of about 10 minutes. These take a long time to quote unquote dry down. So just a heads up on that. I'm gonna wait another good 10 minutes or so. We're gonna come back, take a look, and also do our favorite thing, which is the swipe test. Okay, so been waiting on these, blowing on the swatches to try to get them to dry down. I know from experience wearing them on my lips, they don't really quite dry down. I suppose if you really applied a super thin layer, waited a few minutes, then applied another super thin layer, or waited a few minutes, but I don't think anyone has time for that. So just know that about this formula. And in terms of whether they are budge proof, smudge proof, they do have resistance to them, but also from testing this formula, wearing it, I will let you know a couple things, which is I don't think that they are smudge proof, mostly because they have a hard time drying down. I don't know if you can tell, but you know, if there are places where this is less opaque, where the formula has been applied more thinly, and those areas may dry down better and therefore be more resistant, but you're also going to get a less opaque layer of color and more uneven color that way. So just keep that in mind. I would say smudge resistant, but not smudge or budge proof. The other thing that you should know about this formula is that it transfers easily onto the teeth, and that's mainly because it takes so many minutes for it to actually dry down and set that it's going to be very difficult for you to avoid it getting on your teeth or transferring onto something else until it has completely dried down, if it ever does. So just be aware of that. Check your teeth in the mirror before you go out and do things, and you're going to have to inevitably wipe off some of the formula from your teeth, most likely. The formula also does have a fragrance to it, so keep that in mind depending on your sensitivity level to fragrances. Oh, we almost forgot about the makeup removal test. So you can see, and I'm using a decent amount of pressure on this. These are long wearing. And I know that might at first sound like kind of a contradiction. It's not that it's not a long wearing formula, it's just that because anything other than a super thin layer takes so long to dry down, there's simultaneously, you know, whatever is left on your lips will wear for a long time, but you're also getting a very high chance of having some smudging and transferring, etc. So there is the line of the new nude shades from Maybelline. Let me know in the comment section below if there's a color that stood out to you that you really want, or any other thoughts or questions that you have. I hope this video was helpful to you to decide if this is something that you're going to purchase. As always, thank you so much for taking the time to watch, and I'll see you in the next video.